Hello, this is Sid and Millie Chats. I'm Sid, this is Millie. We welcome you to be a fly on our wall today. We just finished watching the Manchester United versus Everton game. It was a very exciting 4-0 win for Manchester United. So let's get right into it. Millie, what were your initial thoughts? Had some changes to the lineup.
Yeah, so 6 changes again to the lineup. Definitely Amarin showing that he wants to try out different players, different combinations, and see what works. He's also giving a lot of players an opportunity, which is really cool to see. We saw Xerxes get to start today. We saw Rashford come back into the lineup, which is exciting. We saw Ahmad come back into the lineup. And those three were really, phenomenal. They were fantastic today. So all three of them kind of shone brightly again, which is really exciting to see. So initial thoughts were really positive. It was a really phenomenal win.
What were your thoughts on those 4 goals?
Yeah, they were phenomenal. I mean, the football is really exciting. It's really enjoyable to watch. There's a clear style of play. There's so much excitement in the build to the attack. So that was just phenomenal. So we saw Xerxes score twice. We saw Rashford score twice. One of them was deflected, but we know it was going on target. So yeah, regardless. So Rashford gets the credit for that. So those were phenomenal, our 2 goal scorers. But again, kind of the star of the show was really Ahmad pulling the strings behind the scenes. Really with his passes and things, but really with his work rate. I mean, he won 2 of the goals specifically. He won the ball back in the midfield, which led to the goals. So it was truly phenomenal to see. I think seeing Rashford on the score sheet playing in that new position again was really exciting to see. And then Xerxes getting his opportunity and taking it in full stride was really exciting to see.
Yeah, definitely sounds like we had a few standout players today. Were there any others that you wanted to touch on?
Any others? I think it's important to shout out Onana again. Another clean sheet. He's once again the top of the Premier League, best goalkeeper, holding down the fort back there. Had some important saves. His distribution is fantastic. So Onana, and then probably, the entire back 3. De Ligt was fantastic. Martinez had a phenomenal game. Definitely miss him a ton now that he's suspended with the yellow card. But yeah, just the passes into the midfield from those guys was phenomenal today. It really allowed us to build possession forward, and you could really feel that Everton immediately were afraid of what we were gonna bring towards them. And then it was great to see Kobe Mainu back as well from injury. That was his first game and first start back. And that guy's just so smooth. He understands what his role and plays it very well. So that will be another big miss again in the midweek game, because he'll also be suspended with the yellow card. But it was great to see him come back. Good to see him get that fitness under his belt, and he was fantastic. And then same, I guess, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. It's hard to fault anybody who was on the pitch today. Everyone really came together. It was a full team performance from start to finish, which was really good to see. So key standouts, obviously the goal scorers and assisters. So Bruno, Ahmad, Xerxes, and Rashford. But I think there were a lot of stars all over the place. Ahmad was fantastic. The back line was great. And Mazraoui again, fantastic. Absolute Rolls Royce.
Sounds like we have a lot of standouts, a lot of positives, really good game overall. Were there any challenges or I guess negatives that you would say?
There was.
During the game?
There was actually a 10-minute lull in the first half before we had scored. It was still 0-0. During that 10-minute period, Everton had a majority of the ball, but again, I feel that is going to happen. That will happen against bigger teams as well. There will be periods where United won't have the ball, and that's okay. The important thing was nothing overly dangerous happened. Onana did what he needed to do, the defense did what they needed to do, and the shape was solid in those moments when we didn't have the ball. So even though it may have been surprising that Everton had the ball for a little bit, I think that's really just because, again, Ruben has already kind of spoiled us with this style of play, which is more dominant and more possession-based. So because we're starting to get used to that, when another team has the ball, we're kind of like, wait, what's happening? But yeah, I think even in that, again, 10-minute period, they weren't dangerous. So it was whatever. We held the shape well, and then we took back over the game. So I would say that was a phenomenal end-to-end 90 minutes.
What are your final thoughts on the game today?
My final thoughts are feeling really positive. It was a phenomenal game, a good overall performance, good 90 minutes of football, good standout performers. I can't imagine, it's got to be very difficult right now for Ruben to pick his 11. So we'll see what changes come midweek. We'll see if any changes are made. It's really good to see, feeling positive again, clear style of play, clear momentum, dominating football. You heard the olays ringing around Old Trafford later on in the match when it was 3-0 and 4-0. So you could feel that energy, just very positive. And I think the fans are more used to this kind of more dominant style of football. So it's really nice to see this kind of brought back. So very excited after this game. Another phenomenal win. A lot of standout players and a big test coming midweek, but I think the momentum is, in our favor, so we'll just have to see what happens, see how it goes. But yeah, very positive overall.
Well, those are our thoughts on the Manchester United versus Everton game today.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you made it this far, and we'll see you next time.